Kwayemu Dan-Nyame is a small farming community with most of the inhabitants being settler farmers and laborers who work on cocoa farms here. Children of laborers who are caretakers of cocoa farms here walk for long distances to access education in neighboring Obinimase. A reverend minister with the Christ Victory congregation under the Presbyterian Church of Ghana narrates how he improvised to set up a school in this abandoned poultry farm.
After deliberations, we saw the need to start the school. I was told that there's one abandoned poultry farm, of which if we can look at it and see the owner can give it to us to establish the school. The owner, the owner stayed at Jansa. I went there with the elders of this community, pleading for the release of the abandoned poultry farm to start the school. He gave it to us perfectly without paying anything. So we started the school with 8 pupils.
After the school was set up in 2016 with about 8 pupils, the population increased to 46 in 2017. The school had 2 teachers who taught the pupils on a voluntary basis.
Being teaching at the abandoned poultry farm, that place, there was a lot of challenges that we were going through, and then that one too, I was not feeling all that well because look at the children over there. They will come, the place was not plastered, they will lie on the floor, they will dirty themselves, and a lot of things. So things were not going on well, and then the teachers too were not all enough for us to teach the children. So it was a lot of problems that we were facing there.
With a growing population, there was an intervention by the principal of the Jackson College of Education after a visit to the community to see the pupils study in a dilapidated and abandoned poultry farm. A fully furnished classroom block with other ancillary facilities has now been handed over to the community.
I came here and I realized that all the children were in one room and the children were seated at various opposite directions with one teacher. So I realized we cannot have effective education this way. Therefore, they must be assisted. Looking at the community, I knew there was no way they could help. Even now, the abandoned poultry farm is more or less collapsed. They are moving out of that building today to this new building. So you could imagine the state of these children.
Stakeholders believe the intervention will improve the education in the rural community and give children from less endowed backgrounds the opportunities to compete with their colleagues in the cities.
When the children are at that formative years, 4 years, 5 years, they are not able to run to school and come back. And that's why we identify this community. We've identified 3 such communities, one at Petrensa Kwayem, this one, and then there's another one behind Odumase, which is Anhiriso. And we are trying to give access to all the children who have settled with their parents within the villages. It shouldn't, at least this one is a 7 classroom block. The ones that have, through the government, we have built at Petrensa and Anhiriso is a 3 classroom block.
The intervention has come as a relief for chiefs and people in the area.